All right, let's have a look at the ocean.
Batten down the hatches, it's a gusty outlook for most of the country today, with strong wind warnings in place from Napier to Invercargill. Met Services Dan Corrigan says the weather is typical for this time of year.
Those strong winds we see particularly often in springtime when there's a large difference between the sea surface temperatures in the tropics and then down in the poles.
There are also road snowfall warnings in the lower South Island, including on Milford and the Crown Range Road. The Tertiary Education Union says Minister Penny Simmons is not acting in good faith amid the de-establishment of Te Pukenga. Consultations underway on a redesigned Polytechnic.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Christchurch International Airport. So yes, I am here at the airport going to Kaikoura. So this will be a video of me driving from Christchurch Airport to Kaikoura. All right. Oh yeah, the car is on. I was wondering where the sound was. All right. So yes, once again, welcome to another video, another drive video. I have set the car to my liking. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I was waving to the budget car guys or AVs, whichever one. Right, so yeah, you guys will be on a journey with me to Kaikoura. Yes, which is about 2.5 hours or so. First, I need to eat something. The flight from Auckland to Christchurch was terribly bumpy. My gracious me, that was like the worst turbulence I've experienced so far in my life since flying. The captain said because of the heavy wind gust coming through. So yeah, that was why it was terribly bumpy. All in all, the flight was good. It was all right. And yeah, here we are. We are on our way, headed to Kaikoura. All right, barrier opens automatically. Come on, open. Thank you. All right. Anyways, yeah, so sit back. I'll get the radio on. That is what I like to listen. So you guys can always sit back and enjoy the drive itself. Oh dear, Orchard Street. Did I miss my exit or what? Yeah, I did miss my exit, so I need to go left. Not this left. Damn it. The other left. Let's go. Come on. Alright, I'll need to search for a petrol station to actually get something to eat, because I am hungry. I haven't eaten anything. And then I need to put on News Talk ZB News so that I can be able to listen to the Talkback show. All right, it's a very windy day today, as you guys can hear. Let me pull down the window. Yeah, it is extremely windy day. Even from the turbulence coming to Christchurch, it was extremely terrible due to high wind gust, headwind coming up through 20-something thousand feet. It was incredible, absolutely mesmerizing in terms of the amount of turbulence. But anyways, yeah, sit back, enjoy. Let me put on the radio and I'll be stopping at BP. Where are you? Yes. Oh, that's quite close. That means I have my breakfast early then. It's just about 9:30. Where am I going to? No, not this exit. I believe it's the next. I believe both exits will do. No, did I miss that? No, there should be an exit on the other side. Yep, BP, going to Wild Bean Coffee. Yep, entry. Yeah, I was like, what happened on here? I'll just go behind your camper tracker. And I hope you're not doing a U-turn. I need to park somewhere. Alright, let me get something to it. I'll be back in a jiffy. Thank you. Alright, I have gotten my food. Let me say my coffee and muffin. So yeah, I'll be on my way to Kaikoura. Radio on, please.
Yes. So first of all, we want to make a little really simple. It's not really a jam, it's more like a compote. But I've got 6 to 8 large tamarillo. You halve those and kind of dice the, you can peel them if you want, but I just kind of scoop as much of it as I can out and then dice up that flesh. Pop that in a little pot and simmer it with about 1/4 cup of sugar. And it'll just start to thicken up a little bit, Jack. Do that for about 15 minutes is quite good. And then put that aside and cool that. Chuck an oven on 180, and I seem to always say that before all of my recipes. Occasionally it's higher, but not very often. And then I make this in kind of a Swiss roll tin, so that's about the size that you're looking for. We want to make the beautiful little base to this, which is beating 120 grams of softened butter together with 1/3 cup of sugar, caster sugar I've used in this one, until it's really light and creamy. And then add in, we're using 2 whole eggs with this recipe, but we've separated those. So we're going to add into the base the 2 egg yolks, a good 1 teaspoon or more of vanilla extract, and we just want to beat all of that till it's really creamy. Fold in 1.5 cups of flour, and also 1/2 cup of walnut meal. It just gives this a beautiful richness, this slice, and I love the flavour of walnut and tamarillos together. They just work it. If you don't have walnut meal, but after listening to this you want to make it and you do have ground almonds, you could use those as well. That's absolutely fine. A good teaspoon of baking powder, and stir all of that till it starts to come together, and then tumble the mixture. At this stage it's kind of clumpy, it's kind of crummy. Tip it into your tin and then press it out really evenly and chill that for 10 minutes. Once that's been chilled, you can spread your tamarillo jam over that, and then we make this lovely little light meringue topping. Beat your egg whites. You've got 2 of those left over from the yolks, obviously. Beat them till they're kind of foamy, then gradually add in 1/2 cup of caster sugar, maybe a pinch of salt there, kind of helps your egg whites sometimes, and beat that until the sugar is kind of dissolved. It's started to go glossy and there are kind of soft peaks forming. Fold in 1/2 cup of coconut and tamarillo jam. Oh my gosh, they're a marriage made in heaven. And spread and dollop that over over the jam and then bake it for 30 to 35 minutes until the meringue goes kind of light brown, it's crisped up. Cool that. I think it's better cool. I don't think you want to be eating this warm. Put it out on a wire rack and, you know, the whole tin, and then cut it into squares once it's cooled, and it is so delicious.
It sounds amazing.
Oh, okay, that's much better.
The tartness of the
Let's go.
Tamarillos in there.
Yeah, that's the thing. The tartness is what makes them exceptional, but then obviously the sweetness coming through as well. So I don't know that I have ever cooked with walnut meal before. I know it's only half a cup, so you've got 1.5 cups of flour, half a cup of walnut meal. You know that I love my almond meal, not because I'm gluten free or anything, but because I think it adds a real richness. So how difficult is it to cook with walnut meal? Is it just, can you do like
Like for like, take half a cup of walnuts, pop them through the blender or your food processor. You want them to kind of go down, not to a powder obviously, but to about, you chop them finely, and it'll make, half a cup of walnuts will make roughly half a cup of walnut meal. Walnut meal, I think you do have to make it, so thanks for, leading on to explain that. So I love it. It's got, walnuts have got a much more distinct flavour than almond meal, really. So you get that really almost a bitterness. Again, it's great with our Tamarillo. And what I would say to anyone listening to Jack who doesn't like Tamarillos, because believe it or not, there are people out there, they are tart, they are a bit astringent. Once you cook them, it really rounds out that flavour. So I poached some this week as well and had them with some custard.
See, that's how I would have them too. Like poached with a bit of custard or like ice cream as well. So you've got that, tartness offset by the sweetness. I'm into it.
Yeah.
So one last walnut meal question: Is it sweet compared to almond meal? Because you know how almond meal's quite dry. I just imagine. I feel like I don't know what it is, but I feel like walnuts maybe have slightly more.
Oh, that's interesting. No, not it is. I mean, your almond meal is probably quite dry because it's been taken down to the almond meal paste to go and put in a packet.
Yeah.
Almond meal, you're right, there might be a bit more moisture there, but nothing to worry about. It should clump together once you've blended it. It should be nice and loose and fantastic. Let's just give this a lovely flavour. So do make that. It's really good.
Yeah. Thank you so much. You really look good to make that at home.
Yay.
Solo travellers, do we have news for you? Viking has just announced an additional 25% saving off the single supplement offer on selected itineraries across river, ocean and expedition voyages. Book before November 15 to combine this discount with Viking's range of free flights offers. No kids, no casinos, more time in port plus all-inclusive pricing. Viking makes all of everything so you enjoy a worry-free experience. Hurry, both offers are available for a limited time only. Visit Viking.com or see your Viking travel agent.
Caravan parts and accessories are available online or in store now. Hi, Tony from JacoCanterbury.co.nz. We sell the best range of Jaco caravans and motorhomes in the country. Plus, we supply and sell every accessory that you need for your caravan or motorhome. Upgrade to a smart TV and soundbar, bike racks, heaters, inverters, brake controllers, security options, chemicals, and so much more available now at JacoCanterbury.co.nz. See our parts and accessories online or see you in store at 545 Wairakei Road.
Christchurch City Council is making safety upgrades to the railway crossings on Harewood and Langdons roads. Work will be completed in stages from early September until early December. There will be day and night closures, and stop-go signals at the crossings. Please expect delays.
Eden Park, it's a big place. I'm Blair, the turf manager, and it's a big job to keep it up to scratch. It's made easy with Wet and Forget. And like Eden Park, Wet and Forget is truly a cool icon.
Available online or in Wet and Forget stores.
News Talk ZB Christchurch community notices with Lamb and Hayward proudly gets you a trusted 5 years running.
Take a Kid Fishing returns to Christchurch in 2024 on Sunday, the 29th of September. This is a free community event that gives kids the opportunity to catch one of 800 released rainbow trout from the Goins. Loan equipment will be available on the day. See all the details on their Facebook page. Take a Kid Fishing event at the Groins 2024.
Giving you the inside scoop on all you need to know. Saturday mornings with Jack Day and bepure.co.nz for high quality supplements. News Talk ZB.
I tell you what, Elon Musk has got a few gigs these days. So he is the head of X, formerly known as Twitter. He is the head of SpaceX. He is the head of Tesla. And it turns out he could have a brand new gig if Donald Trump is successful in November. going to tell you a little bit more about that after 10 o'clock this morning, and if Elon Musk really could be appointed to a cabinet position in the US, as well as that, really looking forward to our feature interview after 10 o'clock this morning. We're going to be catching up with the star of Amazon's Rings of Power series, a series that some people have described as one of, if not the most expensive TV series ever made. This is their Lord of the Rings spin-off. Charlie Vickers, at the end of season 1, had the twist of the season. It was revealed that his character, up until that point, pretty meek, pretty mild, was actually Sauron in disguise. So we're going to talk to Charlie about that experience. It turns out that even when Charlie was filming as the more meek and mild character, he didn't realise he was soon to become Sauron. It was only partway through the series that the heads of the show came to him and said, Charlie, we've not been 100% honest. There's something we're going to tell you. So I'll tell you a little bit more about that after 10. Really looking forward to catching up with him. As well as that, your screen time picks for this week. TV shows to watch and screen time. It is almost 10 o'clock. News is next. It's Saturday morning. I'm Jack Tab, and this is News Talk ZB.
Spring is here! It's all about new beginnings. So why not use liquid laundromats for all your washing and drying needs? And keep your laundry pile from blooming out of control. Liquid laundromats, saving you time and money this spring. Visit liquidlaundromats.com for your nearest location.
Billington Lifestyle Villages show homes, apartments and care facilities are open for tours this weekend.
Explore the premium living options, including spacious serviced apartments and independent houses, and discover the progress on the latest design, the Kensington, a stunning duplex offering spectacular views.
Together with our extensive schedule of activities, a fulfilling lifestyle is ensured. So come join us at the premium lifestyle village today and Sunday. Burlington, open from 10 till 2 at 171 Preston Road.
Welcome to Eccles Green, Horsell's newest subdivision, like Freedom Built. Our 2, 3 and 4 bedroom house and land packages start from just $699,000, designed for modern, easy living and maximising sunlight. Enjoy a vibrant, family-friendly community, spacious homes, beautiful parks and top-notch amenities at your new home at Eccles Green. Talk to our dedicated team today. Visit freedombuilt.co.nz or call 0800 4BUILT. Make the move with Freedom Built.
Embrace the night with the Mercedes-Benz C-Class Night Edition. With exclusive night package features, it gives the classic C-Class a distinct new character. Discover the new C-Class Night Edition online or in stores today.
Motorsport is the ultimate test of performance. That's why PWT Alpine F1 team is proud to endorse High-Spec, Castrol's new hybrid performance standard. Castrol High-Spec engine oils, endorsed in motorsport, designed for every day.
Get it sorted with cheap ass deals. Save over 40% on 500 mils of nitrous sulfide and motor liquid fertilizer, now $9. Or grab Yates Egmont Gold carrot seeds for only $1. Purchase limit supply, limited stock. Cheap ass deals, and Sunday at 9 to 10. Billing your numbers with Xero means no more pesky paperwork, no more rustling receipts, and no more annoying admin. It's knowing that while your business problems are no more, they can't be said for the rest. Know your numbers with Xero. Try free for 30 days. Terms apply.
News Talk Zippy News with 9 to 10. Find everything you need for spring for less. All Blacks v South Africa. Live commentary from Cape Town. Tomorrow morning at 3. Right here on your home of sport. This is News Talk Zippy News.
Good morning, it's 10 o'clock. I'm Donna Marie Lever. The police minister says the latest Auckland shooting highlights the importance of the government's public safety work. That includes stronger firearm laws, more police powers to tackle gangs, and stronger sentencing laws. Our reporter Jessica Swan has more.
The minister's comments follows 5 homicide investigations launched in the city this month, 4 in the last fortnight alone. Mark Mitchell says his immediate focus has been making sure there is support for communities affected. He says police will continue their work targeting those who think they are above the law.
And the Grey Lynn homicide investigation continues in Auckland, with police focused on finding the killer. One person was shot dead and 3 others injured during an altercation on Thursday. A scene examination
with a post-mortem taking place today. Detective Inspector Glenn Baldwin says it's too early to say if multiple people are involved.
Obviously, if people see suspicious activity occurring, call 111 and let us know. The community need to be our eyes and ears.
A victory for Donald Trump, with the judge in his hush money trial announcing he'll delay sentencing until after the November election. In May, the former president was convicted of falsifying business records to cover up hush money payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels. He was due to face sentencing in 2 weeks. BBC reporter John Sudworth says the decision means voters go into the election somewhat uninformed.
One of the candidates in that November the 5th election is either going to face a fine or the possibility of a custodial sentence.
Fire and Emergency are hoping to wrap up work at a North Canterbury fireground today. The one at a forestry fire site was supposed to be handed back to landowners yesterday, but fire conditions meant it wasn't possible. Incident Commander Miles Taylor says one of the skid sites was still active, which they're trying to dampen down. Taylor says around 20 personnel will be working in the area today. Strong wind set to lash much of the country will bring in soaring temperatures along with it. There are wind watches in place from Napier to Invercargill, with 130km/h gusts expected in Canterbury. The Met Services Dan Corrigan says wind patterns will make for a hot afternoon.
And those northwest winds will be seeing temperatures in the low mid-20s this afternoon, which is quite warm for this time of year because
A brand new telling of a story that we hold very, very dearly here in New Zealand. Lord of the Rings of Power, had an estimated 25 million people tune in for its season 1 premiere. The series is set thousands of years before the events depicted in the Tolkien novels, and in it, Middle-earth's infamous villain, previously immortalized by Peter Jackson as a giant burning eye, inhabits a human body for the first time. Season 2 has now landed, and star of Rings of Power, Charlie Vickers, is with us this morning. Kia ora, good morning.
Kia ora, good morning. Thank you for having me.
It is a real pleasure to be speaking with you, and I think we can safely assume that everyone is up to speed with season 1. So if you haven't watched season 1 yet, let's just tell you right now there are going to be some spoilers. The last episode of season 1, an extraordinary moment. So all season you've been playing Halbrand, a charismatic king. In that last episode, an extraordinary twist. It turns out your character was actually Sauron. Just tell us about how they broke the news to you. Was it the writers? Was it the showrunners? When did you find out that would be your role?
The showrunners told me at the start of the 3rd episode of filming. So I filmed the first 2 episodes of the show, and not knowing I was playing Sauron, and then we just finished a hiatus because of COVID, and they called me into their office in Henderson, and they said, so it turns out that Halbrand is Sauron. And that was a mind-blowing moment that I then had to try and I was led to be able to get a good way. I was very excited.
So
Get lost in New Zealand's premier garden showcase. Explore the hidden gems of Taranaki's private gardens and experience the world-renowned Hamilton Gardens. Drive the forgotten World Highway, enjoy a pub lunch, sightsee around the majestic Mount Taranaki, indulge in a vineyard dinner, and so much more. For all the details, phone Travelwise Holidays on 0800 11 60 60. But don't delay, as places are limited. That's Travelwise Holidays, 0800 11 60 60.
Start your weekend off in style. Saturday mornings with Jet Day and bepure.co.nz for high quality supplements. Use Talk ZB.
22 minutes past 10 on News Talk ZB. It is screen time, which means Tara Ward, our screen time expert, is here to share 3 of her favourite shows streaming now. Hey Tara. Let's start off with the show on Netflix starring Nicole Kidman. Tell us about Perfect Couple.
This is Netflix's new murder mystery thriller that, as you say, stars Nicole Kidman and Leif Schreiber. And if you're a fan of shows like Big Little Lies or The White Lotus or The Undoing, I think you'll enjoy this. It's the latest American series about rich people doing terrible things. And it's about a wealthy old money family who are gathering together for a family wedding at a beautiful Nantucket. The wedding is just about to get underway when a body is discovered floating in the harbour, and suddenly everyone in the family is a suspect in the murder investigation. And of course there were already plenty of secrets and lies going on before the murder, and this is just going to bring everything out into the open. I admit I came to this with quite low expectations. I was pleasantly surprised. This is a great little juicy, trashy, soapy, melodramatic weekend watch. I fully expect it to kind of spiral out of control as the episodes go on, but it's got a good cast, lots of awful characters, all who have uploaded to commit the murder. It's got a real humour to it, it's ever so fun, and you know, it's just typically reliable Netflix
just about checking your gear is up to scratch.
We've got to start with ourselves and make sure that we're fit enough to be going out and doing what we're doing. You know, are we fit enough to be diving for those Kaikoura power to widen those big kingies? It's making sure that we're all right.
That's Water Safety Chief Executive Daniel Gerard. And that's news. I'm Donna Marie Lever. To sport and first to New York. World number one Yannick Sinner has breezed into the men's US Open tennis final after a straight sets win over Great Britain's Jack Draper on TVNZ Plus there. The top seed overcame an injury scare in the second set after tweaking his wrist while falling. Sinner is set to face an American in the decider with Francis Tiafoe and Taylor Fritz squaring off in the second semi-final. A slow start for golfer Stephen Alker in the Accession Charity Classic in St. Louis on the PGA Champions Tour. The Kiwis carded a 3 over past 74 in the opening round, putting him in a tie
welcome to Kaikoura. Sorry guys, let me quickly stop here and have a look at the ocean a little bit, so you guys bear with me to take some minutes and we'll resume our journey. Yeah, I'll pause the video and then we'll reconvene. Thank you. All right, let's have a look at the ocean. All right, I think that's enough. The sun is shining. I can barely see what I'm actually videoing, but I hope it's good when I review it. Yeah, it's just too much reflection. I can't even see the screen, but yeah, I'm just trying. But I hope that you guys can see it. I'm seeing a little bit, but not too much. All right, time to head back to the car. Let us continue our journey. I said, let me just see what's going on here. And yeah, let's resume the safe drive. Thank you. All right, we are back on track. Yeah, that was a good view. Radio on, and let's continue our journey.
station.
In this update, an out-of-control fire is still raging in Otago as crews battle severe wind up to 100 kilometres an hour. The blaze has burnt through 400 hectares of farmland, tussock and scrub in Waitaki. Fire crews are being airlifted into the scene due to the rough terrain. Incident controller Bob Lamont says they brought in multiple helicopters, aircraft and crews, but fighting the fire will take a few days at least. Lamont says no structures or livestock are in danger. Calls for more national support after the 5th homicide investigation launched in Auckland in just a month. Most recently on Thursday, a man died after a fatal shooting in Grayla. Waitemata councillor Mike Lee says this violent behaviour is concerning for both Auckland and wider New Zealand. Māori wards will be sticking around in the far north until at least next year's local elections. The Far North District Council voted unanimously to keep them until the binding referendum, which every council will go through, is held. Councils had until 5 p.m. yesterday to make a decision on whether to get rid of them or keep them until then. Councillor Penny Tawe Kleskevich says he wants to see a big turnout in support of the wards.
These laws are on our side, but they're not enough on their own. We need to stand up, speak up, and take action to protect what is ours.
Batten down the hatches, it's a gusty outlook for most of the country today, with strong wind warnings in place from Napier to Invercargill. Met Services Dan Corrigan says the weather is typical for this time of year.
The strong winds we see particularly often in springtime when there's a large difference between the sea surface temperatures in the tropics and then down in the poles.
There are also road snowfall warnings in the lower South Island, including on Milford and the Crown Range Road. The Tertiary Education Union says Minister Penny Simmons is not acting in good faith amid the de-establishment of Te Pukenga. Consultations underway on a redesigned Polytechs network, some standing alone and others under a federated structure. In sport, Blackburn's legend Kendra Coxedge is preparing herself for one last dance. Coxedge, who wound down her international career after the World Cup win in 2022, has been lured to play for the Barbarians. They meet the Springboks women tomorrow morning in Cape Town before the All Blacks test.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kaikoura. Let me check out if I can do any of the whale watching or any of the dolphin watching as well. So I'll see whether I'm late or whether they have any more left in the day, because when I called them they said it was 10 o'clock, but I was in Christchurch around 8:15, 8:30. That was when my flight landed. So if I have to drive 2 hours, I won't make it. So let me go and ask them and see what they have. And yes, I hope you guys have enjoyed the wonderful drive. Let me show you guys something before I exit. Please hit that like button. It is food for the YouTube algorithm. And yes, if this is your first time on here, we do things like this on a daily basis, so please pledge your allegiance to us and give us your support. Alrighty, yes, if I go out, I believe I should be able, if I go out and face this direction, you will see that there are glaciers there leading towards the road. I believe it goes up towards Specton. And I believe there is also a railway there somewhere. But yeah, anyways, let's leave it as that. Thank you very much. Please hit that like button. It does help the video. And yes, we'll continue to do more. Thank you very much. And yeah, please hit that subscribe button as we continue to grow. Thank you very much for your help, your support. And yeah, we'll show you cool stuff from Kaikoura. Thank you very much.